You know
when
what I
it
mean?
comes to that music though, Ali, you and Bank actually put messages in the music. Actually be snapping, got flows and rhyme schemes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, I'm gonna be real, Turk. This man was our Tupac,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And if he wouldn't have stopped, he would have got there.
Facts.
I was waiting on it the whole
Facts.
time. Like he the one
Yeah.
to goddamn say the real shit on them records and really speak from
That's
the heart.
big.
Yeah, of all men, because folks felt how Ali felt.
Yeah.
Everybody
But then
felt the
like
same way.
another thing with me, like what made me paperwork, bro. You know how like a lot of artists they get caught up in that shit. You know what I mean, with paperwork and shit. And I didn't want to be signed to Atlantic no more.
Yeah.
So it made me like, I ain't doing enough for them. You know what I mean? Like I got on that tilt with them in order to get out of my shit. So it was more like I want to be independent. You know what I mean? Because they were trying to take me in a direction I ain't want to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like back when I was signed to Atlantic, you know, that when everybody was doing the crossover records and all that shit, got the pop artists with rappers, and, you know what I'm saying? They were doing all that type of shit, so they would feed me shit like that, and it was like the records I'm pushing that I've been on crunk up in the street, like I had 4 Pocket Full of Money voodoo songs and shit like that we were pushing, and my producers, they didn't want to fall.
Yeah.
They ain't want to follow up with them. They want to follow up with shit they right on the hook. And they producer did the beat type shit. You know what I mean? Cause bro, you gotta think back then 4 were big as fuck. Like I had the write off with Jeezy and Got It. You know what I mean? Like 2 of the big niggas in this shit.
Yeah.
And y'all don't wanna push this, but they had a problem with Metro. Metro did the beat. Metro was 17 at the time. You know what I mean? Like, folk don't even know that. Like, nigga, Metro Boomin did 4. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And they ain't even want to. So I was like, damn, what the fuck they on? Like, they only want to push the shit that they own. They don't want to really push no shit that I really done been in the studio doing myself. So I just started peeping the game like, man, this shit kind of weird. Like, I ain't thinking shit was going to be like this. You know what I'm saying? So I started really trying to get out my contract.
So do you think that was like a gift and a curse, like for you to have that mindset?
I wouldn't have never signed. I would have stayed independent if I knew what I learned.
So what was the difference between signing and being independent that pissed you off?
Independent, I can drop when I want.
Yeah.
I can drop when I want. I can put out when I want. When you sign, this shit got to go through channels. On shit, they gonna have a meeting like goddamn. It got to go through channels like A&Rs and shit. They gonna listen to it and well, we think this and when you independent, everything on you. It's your opinion. You probably have to work a little harder. You know what I mean? But to me, I felt like with the label, I felt like I can't really just say what they done for me other than signing me and giving me a little money up front. You know what I mean? Outside of that, it still was on me. But I ain't had a knowledge to, like I had my own studio. I ain't had a knowledge to be like, send these folks as an invoice and get me some money for my studio.
Exactly.
So that shit was just straight, man, I'm in the streets with this shit. This
That's how we played it. You know what I mean? Like, and we were like that the whole time. But I thought when I signed, shit was just gonna be so different.
They gonna take care of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I ain't want them to baby me because I come from the real grind, passing out CDs.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that ain't what I wanted, but I thought it was gonna be like a more of a push.
So how did you get the deal in the beginning? Like, what took place? What was the steps?
Man, I was we had already been going crazy in the street. Like, we had the streets, you know what I mean, fucked up in Atlanta. So you know, if you got the streets in Atlanta, shit, the industry paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So, but bro, you gotta think, I ain't never had a song on the radio. I ain't never had a song on the radio to this day. Like, they done played my shit in the mix and shit like that sometimes, but I ain't never had a song that was added in rotation on the radio. And so the buzz was so hot, them folk kind of didn't understand it, but the buzz was so hot, because when folk called Atlanta, like, who cracking in the city? Them folk, duct tape, attaboy, da-da-da-da-da, you know what I mean? Like, then Bank fucked around and caught a hit. You know what I mean? With Try It Out and shit. You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
So he was getting like, it was like our shit was just buzzing. So I ended up getting locked up. I ended up me and Trouble got locked up actually on the same day. Different shit.
Yeah.
And Trouble ended up doing 2 years, but I ended up doing like 5.5 months. I just had some probation shit. So I did like 5.5 months. When I get out, but them labels hitting, Def Jam, everybody hitting. So I'm like, shit, I don't want to be in the street like that. I want to go on and get me some money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want, like, that was Black them was on too, and our other partners and shit, they more like, man, they gonna get these niggas some money. Cause they know.
Crash out.
Oh, we don't know what ass gonna do. We need some money. You know what I mean? Like, we just don't know. So they gonna get niggas some money.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm gonna do when I need some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, we went up to Def Jam. We went to Def Jam through with Chris Hicks and shit. So he was running shit up there and shit. We went to Def Jam, and they made me perform in the room like I ain't like that. You know what I mean? It really made me feel some kind of way. Like I'm sitting up with rapping these. We just play the song, but I ain't tripping though. I played the game though, so it wasn't tripping. I get they do everybody like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it because I ain't had to do that with
You ain't
Atlanta.
jump on the table, none of that shit.
Nah, I ain't doing none of that shit, man. Yeah, man. Cause niggas were coming up there doing that.
Yeah,
like
nigga
really
jump on that
performing.
table,
Yeah,
yeah.
like I ain't doing that.
That boy
man.
Bobby Smurda jumped on that motherfucking table. You heard me? Yeah.
So
Nigga
you
jump
know,
on that
but
table.
so all right, we did Def Jam, but Def Jam wanted publishing, and they were talking crazy.
Yeah.
What they wanted. So Atlantic called our lawyer, like we heard y'all in New York. So my lawyer played the game like shit. They talking about this. We want this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were like, well shit, that ain't nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we end up, they were like, shit, come over here when we leave them. So we were more on some shit like, we ain't gonna disrespect these folk like that. You know what I mean? They done brought us up here today, so we ain't just gonna come straight over there with that shit. We could put together a meet. So we ended up coming back like 2-3 days later. You know what I mean? Came back up here with Atlantic. They did a little run around, introduced the nigga to everybody and shit. And they just really laid it out for us, you know what I'm saying? They gave me what I wanted, money-wise, you know what I'm saying? They gave us a 50-50 joint venture. Goddamn, they ain't getting none of my publishing or nothing. So the deal was beautiful,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But me knowing what I know now, I probably, if we could have worked out the numbers and shit a little better and shit with Def Jam, I would have went to Def Jam, because I felt like Def Jam understood me a little better as an artist. And they were more on some street shit. You know what I mean? Atlantic was kind of bougie.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
crazy.
I mean? Like,
Hey, ain't too many people get them calls, bro. Like,
Exactly.
you know, for you to get a call from Atlantic, Def Jam, and you a young nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, how did that feel?
Come on.
nah, it felt good. Like, the shit just, I knew we had them in working though. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had them in working and putting this shit down. And, you know, it was really, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, I felt like with my project, like, all the way around, I felt like I was like a sacrificial lamb. You know what I mean? Because this our first shit, and so I'm like, let's go on and get in the door, let's go on and legitimize ourselves, because we heavy in the street. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we heavy, so I'm, you know, all this shit, this YSL shit, all this shit going on. We used to be scared of this shit back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we had fear of shit like that back then. You know what I mean? So we more like, let's go on and get legit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's go on and get legit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we were more on shit like that, and I always wanted Trouble to be, I always just seen Shawty vision bigger than mine. Cause I knew me, like, I'm on street shit. Shawty more like an artist to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I brought school to duct tape.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I just seen it. You know what I mean? Shawty talented in a different way.
Yeah.
I feel like I'll speak for the street, and that's it.
Yeah.
that's how I can do girl songs. You know, I need to, but I don't. You know what I mean? When I get in the studio, I'm strictly on some real nigga shit or some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm doing either one of them. Cause that's the first thing pop up to me. But Shawty really articulate. You know what I mean?
Versatile.
Like, yeah, he more versatile. He know how to, you know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted us to go on and get in the dough. Like, let's just get in the dough. You know what I'm saying? And legitimize our whole company and shit. And we go from there. You know what I'm saying? So that what the whole deal and shit was about more than anything. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, shit, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But after a while, I just started wanting to be back independent. Like, I want to be independent. I want to keep dropping my mixtapes and push these cause niggas getting rich off mixtapes now.
Yeah.
We wasn't doing that back then. We was just putting them out.
Yeah.
And man, we buying 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 CDs, pressing them bitches up and passing them out.
Yeah.
When we could have been online, we ain't have no real online presence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shit was just different back then. You know what I mean? But then as time prevailed, it started being like, nigga, the independent way it's at. Fuck these
Facts.
labels. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Like, it was more like that. So I was like, damn, I'm stuck in this contract. You know? So I started bucking.
It be more the look, bro. I think the independent always the best way because you have
Dolph.
control. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Dolph.
Dolph proved that, bro.
Know what
you know
I
what I'm
mean?
saying? He laid it down, man. And if you look at Dolph artists right now, them dudes still shining.
Yeah.
Shout out to Grove Hero, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that boy bought up the block. Like it's just different shit, bro. Like you can tell that independent move versus that major move.
I feel like independent, that's how you grow a more core fan base.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch nigga like Boosie and shit, you know what I'm saying? Who Boosie ain't gonna stop.
Yeah.
He ain't
Shout out
gonna
to
stop.
Boosie, yeah.
Boosie gonna be doing this shit till he die.
He don't get the props that he should get.
He ain't on the
but
radio or
Boosie
nothing.
getting
But
that
Boosie
motherfucking
booked up
bag,
more than
boy.
any nigga in the game.
Damn
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
And
But
that
he
nigga
ain't even
acting
on the
and everything
radio.
now.
Yeah.
He ain't even on the radio.
Come on.
Know what I mean? So I look at shit like that. Like I might
That
not
cult-like
never.
following.
I might not never get them millions of followers and shit. But bro, I'm cool with my 100,000.
Come on.
My 200,000 who follow everything I do.
But let me tell you something though, Alec. Motherfucker had that million, but that million is not spending money. That million not buying tickets. That million just look like a million. You
Yeah,
feel
look
me?
like a million.
Sometimes that shit don't even be that, but you got that
Some
100,000
Who
that's for
if-
real.
Nigga, if I
you
drop
feel
a
me?
t-shirt, I drop a hat,
Yeah.
I
Some
drop
money,
some
baby.
seasoning,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Shit
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And they
yeah.
gonna fuck with me because they
I like
fuck
them hot.
with me.
Yeah.
Come on.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
facts.
So
Come on.
that's how I started thinking like that. Like I really switched my thinking from like trying to, boy, I want to goddamn. Nah, hold on. Let me tend. This who I'm talking to.
Exactly.
I ain't talking to y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't even talking to
They
y'all.
ain't
Come on.
listening
I'm
anyway.
talking to my folk. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
I gotta ask you this though, Ali, because you know when I worked at that radio station, nigga, you know I worked hard to try to make sure everybody's ass
You
was
the
getting hard.
only mother who fucking us. Shit,
Yeah.
you the only one.
Hey, that nigga tell that story all the time, man. Hey, man, come on, I'm bringing them in.
I'm
Fuck.
bringing them all
Yeah.
in, but I feel like Atlanta missed out on a generation, and it was you, Dope Boy Raw,
Bankroll.
Bankroll Fresh. I feel like y'all three boys, and I'm gonna throw Spode in there too.
Yeah.
I feel like
Spode.
y'all would have fucked the game all the
Yeah.
way up if given the opportunity to do
I
so.
feel like
Alley back.
it was like
Alley back, baby.
oh no, I'm on that nigga.
Come on.
I'm on that nigga,
Come on.
but I ain't at the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with you.
Come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
come
But
on.
I ain't, bro. I'm at my folk, man.
Facts.
I'm trying to please my fans and fuck with my folk. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But how did you feel about y'all squad and y'all era, man, and being in the studio with them young boys, but y'all having them dreams, man, and then looking up and seeing how stuff started to pan out? How did that make you feel, Ali?
bro, it just like the game just changed, bro. This internet changed the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It changed the game. Like I salute these young niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? On the money they can make and how they making it. Woo, I salute all that shit. You know what I mean? But it like my purpose different, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I look at shit. Like my purpose different, bro. I ain't here for a short time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to, you know, what they say, the old saying, old niggas used to be saying, about the bull. In the,
Oh yeah, you can hit them all if you walk slow.
He say, goddamn, the young bull say, Dad, let's run down there and fuck one of them cows.
Yeah.
Old bull say, nah, son, let's walk down there and fuck them all. You know what I mean? Like, I live by that. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't gonna run down there and fuck one. We gonna walk down and fuck them all. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at shit like that, bro. I'm in it for the long haul. It's like, you know what I mean? My shit might. I want to be here. I want to still be able to be like, you know how like niggas don't be like, man, the Isley brother too old to be doing music.
Hell no.
Nah, I mean, niggas still bumping the Isley brother. You know what I'm saying? Like
Selling out,
shit
nigga.
like that. So it like, I want to have that type of aura around my shit where I can still do me. And they ain't got no age limit on it.
You
know
got
what I mean?
it, bro. You
know
got
what I
it. You
mean?
just got to tap in and stay tapped in. You know,
Yeah.
stay accessible.